So I just got my Insta360 camera today. As you can see, I got it clipped on. And I wanted to give you guys the point of view driving impressions of the CT4-V Blackwing. I'm gonna do a quick walk around and then I'll get on the road, let you guys hear some driving impressions. I've also got a Insta360 X3 here. As you can see, I'll get set up on the back of the car and hear some exhaust notes and things of that nature. So yeah, quick walk around in the car. So I'm gonna start the video off in comfort mode. Actually, my mode is what I typically drive in around the city, just daily driving the car. My mode seems to be pretty beneficial in terms of the way that I have it set up. So I'll show you guys the way my mode is set up. I just have the engine sound turned all the way up because I like the exhaust valves to be all the way open while I'm driving. Besides that, yeah, I just keep the car in my mode. That seems to work out the best for me. But it's akin to comfort mode of the vehicle. For the most part, the engines, the output is turned all the way down. I'll show you guys again. Steering's turned all the way down, suspension all the way down, and brake feel is all the way down. For the most part, I would say it drives in my mode in this.
Rachel, can I just stop you right there for a second? When people do this, I don't really know what that means.
Comfort mode style of driving. It is very loose with the steering for the most part, so you don't feel like you have to give a lot of input in terms of steering the car. The braking feel still feels very direct, and you know, you don't really lose anything in the braking feel, in my opinion, compared to the sport mode, the V mode, and the track mode. You obviously are not getting, you know, that significant bite in the braking that you would with those modes, but the braking still feels very, very, very controlled and on point. So you're not really losing anything driving it in comfort mode. per se. But yeah, I'll get on it here. This is in my mode. As you can see, I've got my exhaust turned up like I said, so got a little pop there. Shifting out of second or third gear, whatever gear that was. So you still can have fun in the comfort mode per se.
Sanguinarian vampire, in that I rely more on the life force energy per se.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, and that I think it's time for us to feed per se.
And yeah, I mean, you're driving it regularly. As you can see here, I'm averaging about 18.7 miles to the gallon, and my best has been 30 miles a gallon. I really would only get 30 miles to the gallon on the highway, but I've been mostly driving my car in the city, and with that I've been averaging about 18 miles a gallon. So once I get on I-5 here, I'll put it into V Sport mode. And so made it onto the interstate. I'm on I-5. I'm gonna throw it into V mode. And as you can see, once you switch into V mode, you instantly get this new gauge cluster. The heads-up display has changed to more beneficial screen. You've still got your miles per hour, but your RPMs are highlighted more significantly in the V mode, and all of the engine, braking, turning for my V mode setup. Mind you, you can customize your V mode to be set up however you like it. I just have all of my settings turned all the way up. Yeah, I would assume that's pretty much how everybody does it. But yeah, I mean, V mode, you definitely get a little bit of a harder and very, very, very direct steering feel. So it is a little bit more difficult to turn the wheel. You have to put a little bit more effort into turning the car for the most part. The suspension also feels much stiffer. So you do feel a little bit of the road more, but because this car's suspension is just so phenomenal, that Gen 4 magnetic ride suspension really just pulls this car to the road. You might feel bumps just a little bit more, as I mentioned, but it isn't uncomfortable at all, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna just get on it real quick. Split some cars here in traffic. Don't come after me for my driving. Overall, I'd say the safety features on this car just really make it almost impossible to crash this thing. I mean, if you're not paying attention and you rear end someone or something like that, that's always a possibility. But I have had a few cases where I didn't have my eyes on the road, and the car has this feature that I will try to show you folks here in a second. Essentially, the heads-up display will blink red. Your seat will actually vibrate, so it alerts you that way as well. But if you're getting too close to a vehicle that you're approaching, this anti-collision system will engage. It'll show the display in your heads up, blink red, and it'll also vibrate your seats to try to alert you and prevent a forward collision. Included in that system, it does have a last minute braking capability that the car will brake itself if it notices that you aren't braking. I do have that feature turned off because my opinion, if I'm trying to change lanes quickly and I'm approaching a car too fast, I would prefer that the car not brake for me in that situation, because then I would be braking when I'm trying to change lanes very quickly. But that is another feature the car has. As I mentioned, I'll try to get that anti-collision system to pop up here so you folks can see that.